Three, two, one. What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated at the top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I have been involved in numerous secret raids in Al Qaeda, and I have over 300 confirmed kills. I am trained in guerrilla warfare, and I'm the top sniper in the entire U.S. Armed Forces. You are nothing to me but just another target I will wipe you the fuck out with precision the likes of which has never been seen before on this earth. Mark my fucking words. Do you think you could get away with saying that shit to me over the internet? Think again, fucker. As we speak, I'm contacting my secret network of spies across the USA, and your IP is being traced right now, so you're better prepared for the storm, maggot. The storm that wipes out your pathetic little thing you call your life. You're fucking dead, kid. I can be anywhere, anytime, and I can kill you in over 700 ways. And that's just with my bare hands. Not only am I extensively trained in unarmed combat, but I have access to the entire arsenal of the United States Marine Corps, and I will use it to its full extent to wipe out your miserable ass off the face of the continent, you little shit. If you only could have known that unholy retribution your little clever comment was about to bring down upon you, maybe you should have held your fucking tongue, but you couldn't. You didn't. Now you're paying the price. You goddamn idiot. I will shit fury all over you and you will drown in it. You're fucking dead, kiddo.
No, you.
Welcome back to Nefarious Reels. I'm Cole.
I'm Ninjedi. That was a pretty good intro. A good alternative one you could have done, because this episode's episode 15, so you could have done number 15.
That would have been a little too easy. I want to do something more fun.
That's fair enough. Number 15. Welcome to Nefarious Reels, episode 15. But yeah, I am Ninja Jedi. What up? Special guest,
Not
Cole's
much.
dog.
Yeah, my dog's just barking at me after I just took him out.
Oh.
Love it.
Why'd you take
So I don't
him
know why
out?
they're barking at me.
Well, probably because you took him out and they came back. This time with a vengeance.
Yes. They have some kind of grudge against me for some reason.
You killed John Wick and now they're after you.
Yes, I killed John Wick in Fortnite once, and now the dogs are after me.
But enough dilly-dally.
All right.
We should start discussing the bad films. Specifically
Yes.
yours, because you did the retro pick, so you get to go first.
You're goddamn right. I picked the retro one. And this time around, we are doing a movie that not a lot of people have probably heard about, but I saw it on Letterboxd once, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. 1996's Rollergator, directed by Donald G. Jackson. And the movie centers around an aforementioned purple alligator who meets up with this girl named PJ that she finds in this like cave by a cliff in the ocean. So yeah, she finds this talking alligator in a cave, and she just kind of takes him on these adventures, and then while there, she's trying to prevent Martin Sheen's brother from snagging him for some like carnival attraction and make him like this top paid event, I guess, or show, you could say.
It's like a sideshow, pretty much.
Yeah, some kind of sideshow. But PJ's trying to get the talking gator back to, who is it? The swamp
farmer.
The swamp farmer, yes.
Who, fun fact, is Conrad Brooks, who plays one of the officers in Plan 9 from Outer Space. Nefarious Reels cinematic universe, baby.
Confirmed.
It's real. I should make like a chart one day of how everything's all connected together.
And then just like put the picture of Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with that crazy face just going, it's all connected. I swear to it.
It really is, though.
But yeah, that's the whole movie, basically. And I know, Ninjata, you've already seen the movie before, but what did you think about it a second time around?
Well, the second time around, I watched it with my sister, and she enjoyed it, so I guess that has to count for something. It's still kind of boring. It has that, like, Stranger Danger PSA kind of feel. You know how in elementary school that your teacher or whoever the adult was would like put in like a VHS tape about like responsibility, or be careful of
Yep.
strangers, or don't do drugs. Like, this film is like one don't do drugs away from being exactly that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have your titular kid character, PJ. You have your funny little mascot that says the funny things. You have your weirdo antagonist character that's some goofball adult. You know, it's like all there. Like, this would be like a stranger danger video. If you probably could chop like this movie up and re-edit it as like a stranger danger
Oh,
video.
you definitely could. There's definitely a certain way you could make it like a stranger danger type video, which is even weirder because especially when like in elementary school you watch it, it was always those like 90s clips. So it would fit very perfectly with that kind of video, with those kind of clips that you would have to watch in school.
Yeah.
And I would even say too, both of the movies I would say we watched today, they both had feels of like something you would have seen just like put on YouTube. Also, just like a YouTube movie, like or like some kind of movie made by YouTubers or something. Where like Rollergator specifically feels like one that's from the earlier days, where it's just these friends just messing around and they're just saying, "Let's just make a weird movie about a talking gator."
Yeah, well,
And there you go.
this film definitely does have a feel of the oh, hey, there's a carnival here, and I got this like a purple alligator thing I found. Why don't we make like a movie around like this kind of thing? Like, they knew a guy who was running a carnival in the area. It looked kind of like a county fair kind of
Yeah.
thing in like San Diego or something.
Yeah, I was checking. I think at IMDb it said it was like filmed in that kind of like Santa Monica, LA area.
Yeah, so the
But the
county
music
fair
was
might have been
very
happening.
off-putting because it sounded almost it the music sounded like it was from a bayou in Louisiana. And I was thinking in my head, oh, they filmed this in the wrong LA.
Yeah, like their swamp area was just like the fucking washout that they have.
Yeah, not even it's not even like got like all those swamp plants around it, no mosquitoes or anything. It's just this little pond, I guess you could say, that they just used to make as a quote unquote swamp.
Yeah, well, they were just in LA at the time, and that was like probably the closest thing. It was like, oh, there's some overgrown plants, there's some water. It's a swamp, whatever, who cares? Also, this film's a ripoff because the Rollergator never rides a skateboard like on the cover,
I
on the
was also
poster.
very upset about that too. I was like, when is he going to roller skate? And never did. And I am a little upset about that.
PJ
It's
roller
false
skates
advertising.
and the Gator's in the backpack.
Yeah,
But
that's it.
the Gator never really does it. It's the ninja that rides the skateboard.
Yeah, the ninja rode a skateboard. And then there was that other girl, Slingshot, who was also like rollerblading too.
Yeah, this I guess we should give a better, you know, you gave the synopsis. We don't need to give a new one.
No.
This is another one of those things happens movies that we seem to keep
Yeah, there's
covering.
not really necessarily a
There's
plot per se.
a very basic plot, so that way
It's
they
just
can
a
do
sequence
things.
of events that happen.
Is Joe Esteves really Martin Sheen's brother?
Yes.
Oh.
I had to check it on IMDb also, and yep, he is. He's Martin Sheen's brother, and it kind of confirmed it because then it was like he's the uncle of Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen. I was like, oh yeah, yep, confirmed.
Yeah, like Joe Esteves is in like maybe at least 2 real movies. He's in Apocalypse Now. He was in a film called Mr. America recently, which is probably a real movie.
Probably a real movie.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's got a 3.4 on Letterboxd, so it probably that means something. And then he's in just a bunch of random crap you've never heard of.
Yeah.
And a handful of David Ducati, at least one David Ducato film.
Oh, what's that?
Beach Babes from Beyond.
Oh my.
From 1993. So, you know, hey, the option's there. He's also in a film called Baby Ghost.
Baby Ghost?
Baby Ghost.
Ghost.
From 1995. By the same director of Rollergator.
Wow.
Yep, Donald G. Jackson. So, you know, hey, we gotta look at all these recommendations we have that we can do. The possibilities are endless.
Jeez, all the movies that Joe Esteves did in '95. My goodness, it's like he's racking up roles like it was Nick Cage trying to pay off his IRS debt.
But enough about Joe Esteves. We should probably talk more about Rollergator.
Movie.
the
Yeah.
movie. Or we can just keep talking about other stuff that isn't the movie. Should I talk about how I found the DVD copy of Rollergator?
Oh yes, I actually do want to know. And how much did it cost?
Okay, so the producer, which his name's like something like Scott Shaw, he has like this really cheapo website that looks kind of fake and feels like it's a scam to get your money. Like I found that website, and then basically I found he's selling like a number of films he's produced. One of them is Hell Comes to Frogtown, which is also directed by Donald G. Jackson, which apparently is actually kind of interesting and good because it got a
Huh.
Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome. I know that much.
Oh.
But I found Scott Shaw's website, and one of the films was Rollergator, and so I decided I'm gonna buy a DVD copy, and he never contacted me. I just send him the info through PayPal, and for like a week I was thinking I've been scammed, I've been scammed, I've been scammed, and then it came in the mail, and that's how I got it.
Huh.
I know there's another way because it's in one of those DVD 4-pack things, but I think that one's like expensive because it has Rollergator on it or something. So yeah, but I got an official one that was probably cheaper. Here, I'll read the back of the box for you. Here's the official synopsis as of Scott Shaw when he fucking made this DVD at his house because some dumbass sent him $20 or so. Me. Meet a rapping purple baby alligator fighting to escape the clutches of a scheming carnival owner who sends a skateboarding ninja to capture him. Will the gator's friends, two rollerblading teenage girls and a wacky swap farmer, arrive in time?
But wait, he's not a baby. He's almost 12.
He's almost 12. Well, in gator years, that's a baby.
That's a baby.
He's trying to trick us by...
He's insecure about his age, that he doesn't want to be reminded as a baby.
So, yeah, the movie.
Yeah, back to the movie.
Back to awkward explaining random scenes of the movie that we remember.
Yeah, well, I'll kind of start it off a little bit. It basically starts off with like your regular kind of title sequence, but it'll just cut randomly back and forth to just the carnival that they're at that they probably didn't get permission to film in.
Yeah, cut
guaranteed.
PJ walking around, and it cuts to our
PJ walking
antagonist,
around,
Joe
Esteves walking around. And then you get the music playing that's as loud as the dialogue, so you gotta like kind of make out what they're saying with their by reading their lips.
Yeah, DVD did not come with subtitles, which suck because this film really needed them.
Yeah, it did. I just watched the one that was on YouTube, and even when you put on the closed captions, it was still like lagging behind. So I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun." Not gonna be able to read everything at the right time, and it's all gonna be screwed up.
You don't watch films to read, Cole.
Oh.
You're not supposed to read when you're watching a movie. That's dumb. That's why all foreign films are bad, because you have to read subtitles to understand them.
Yeah.
Learn English. Oh my god.
Yeah, just like Parasite. It needed a dub version, and that would have made it great.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, back to the movie. That's going to be, I think, something we're going to say a lot during this one. Yeah, that.
Yep.
I was talking about going back to Rollergator, but yeah.
Well, yeah. No, sorry. I'll cut that out. I'll cut out that joke. That joke was bad.
Yeah. But then after we get like the opening sequence, yeah, we get like PJ walking around, and then she's like out on the beach in a bikini, and then it's like she's, I guess, taking like she wasn't even like, well, she was swimming at first, and then she was taking a little dip. And then she hears like this voice out of nowhere. It's like, hey, follow my voice.
It was like, hey, get me out of here. I didn't do anything. Oh, fuck.
You're getting warmer. Warmer. Hot. You're on fire.
Very brave of her to go into the Great Caves with some random voice just talking to her.
Yeah, totally not like suspicious at all, or like concerning that she would start to walk into a cave where you're not sure what this what or who this voice is, especially when you find out she's like basically new in town and she's trying to.
Then again, PJ isn't really that smart because she chose to sunbathe on a beach where there was a fucking ninja with a fucking weapon off in the distance, so I don't think she's that bright.
Yeah. Oh God. And then there was that one great line when they're talking, when PJ's talking with the gator, and the gator's talking about how like this ninja's after him, and then she's like, well, I haven't seen that many ninjas. I'm like, how many ninjas have you ever seen though, besides like in movies or just on Halloween?
Well, she used to live in like the ninja part of the city before she moved.
Ah, okay.
Like here we are constructing our own like lore for like PJ.
She
Maybe
lived in a ninja town,
maybe
but she
that's
didn't
why
go
she
out
wasn't
too
so worried
much.
about like. Oh, sorry, finish your joke.
Yeah, but then she didn't go out too much because she was in the fear of ninjas. But then she was like, I gotta move. Or family, we gotta move. And then she's like, I haven't seen that many ninjas.
I was thinking because she was so used, that's why she wasn't like worried when she saw the ninja off in the distance. Because she's like, oh, it's a ninja. I'm used to seeing these all the time.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's only one, so I can just relax. It's not like a group of ninjas that can attack you at once.
Got it.
But yeah, PJ takes our baby gator.
And then yeah, it just starts rollerblading. And when you notice too, it's like it's like bright day, and then the next scene it's like pitch black at night. And then you see her rollerblading with the gator in the backpack, and then the ninja lady is skateboarding, and then
Very
PJ
slowly,
and the
mind
gator.
you.
Yeah. Well, they probably didn't have one of those trolleys that could
Keep up.
yeah, keep up. So they were like, okay, so when you're on the skateboard, go slow as you can because we don't have one of those wheel trolleys to go fast enough. So we got to be backpedaling while filming this.
Why couldn't they just like got a second skateboard and use that, or like steal a shopping cart? I mean, I just feel like your movie's already like super cheap anyway. Might as well just come with a super cheap solution.
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard. I think it was just like laziness.
Wait, you're shocked that they were lazy when making this?
I mean,
I
yeah.
mean, they obviously didn't give a shit when going into the sound mixing specifically. And the idea that they really didn't want to put subtitles in their movie, and you had to, again, read lips and make out what they were saying with this music blaring over them talking.
Okay, wait. I just decided to look more into the crew. There's like 3 writers for this movie. There's our producer, Scott Shaw. We have our director, Donald G. Jackson. And then we have a third guy called Matt X. Lawrence, who is also the editor of the movie. That's really it. Nothing like exciting to that.
Okay.
But it's just something to note. Maybe that's why they always have the music go over what they're saying. The script was so bad because they couldn't agree on anything that like maybe Matt X barely got much of his stuff into the movie, and as revenge, he edited in like the music as loud as possible to like make sure that no one can understand other people's lines.
So he kind of sabotages what the movie is, and so not an exact side by side comparison, but kind of like, so he was kind of more of like a ghostwriter, kind of like how in Chaos Walking, Charlie Kaufman was like a writer on there, but he wasn't really necessarily credited.
I think Matt X had like a ton of ideas, but they kept getting like shot down in favor for Scott Shaw and Donald G. Jackson. So I was like, what are you going to do? You're just the editor. We're the producer and the director of the movie. We can do whatever we want. And then Matt X was like, I'll get my revenge on the editing room floor. You'll see. You'll all see.
You'll all see. And wait till you release the movie and no one can figure out what your actors are saying.
You fucking fools.
Get real.
Yeah, get real. We keep going on a lot on these side tangents for Rollergator.
Well, again, like I just said, like well, we said this before, but there isn't much of a story that goes by. So, like even in my notes, it's just kind of like point A, point B, point C, point D, and etc.
They rollerblade away from a ninja, then they talk, then they rollerblade away from the ninja.
And then Joe Esteves and his nephew are like planning, because they know about this lore about this talking purple gator too, when they want to steal the gator for money and be rich as this kind of side attraction. Because I don't know if you know this, but talking gators aren't really common.
Are you sure? Maybe not in that part of California. We got talking gators like all the time where I'm at. It's
I was
actually
about to say,
really fucking annoying.
like Jon Favreau said when he was doing The Lion King that like animals don't usually like talk or emote or something.
Well,
You
John
know?
hasn't been in my part of California.
Mm.
Well,
Sean.
John has never seen a parrot before. You have to understand.
Never seen a parrot.
Nope. Jon Favreau hears a parrot talk for the first time. He just shits his pants out of fear. He's like, witchcraft! This is impossible. I made a whole movie about how animals couldn't talk.
God damn it!
Jon Favreau bring back the Salem witch trials, but it's for parrots.
We're bringing it back to the 1700s or 17th century, when specifically in a time when women who solved a basic math problem were considered witches.
But now it's for parrots that can talk.
Yeah, it's parrots that can talk.
Jon Favreau uses his Disney money he made to form like a parrot witch task force to hunt them down.
Rip out their voice boxes.
Take them out.
Oh my lord.
But enough sidetracking. Just to note that the Rollergator, the baby gator, was originally captured by Joe Esteves for the carnival, but he escapes, and now Joe Esteves sends a ninja and also another kung fu person after them. And
yeah,
the kung
like
fu
a Taekwondo lady who then kind of like befriends PJ and the gator.
Yeah, he's just like, I got a gator. He's like, the gator's evil, and then the gator's like, no, I'm not. He's like, damn, you said you're not evil. That means you're good.
That means I believe you right away.
Yep, and now I'm on your side. But
I'm gonna teach you Taekwondo, even though you're a gator.
Yeah. And after that, even though Joe Esteves is like the villain, he's not like a terrible. His whole reason is, I want this gator because my carnival is struggling and I need the money. So I'm going to have like Rollergator. Because usually with these types of stories, it falls more of like, oh, I'm the greedy carnival owner and I make so much money and now I want to make more money by using you as like your side attraction thing.
Yep.
But we're showing the thing that the carnival is struggling. So it's more of like I guess a sympathetic villain, but that's not what the film ever feels like it's going for.
No. And even then, he's not, like you said, he's not even like that evil, greedy one. He's just kind of like a weird goofball.
Yeah, he's not very like threatening.
No, he's just weird.
I mean, he almost did get Baby Gator because he just promised him everything, but then he's like, but then Baby Gator's like, I want the carnival named after me. And he's like, no, fuck you. This is my carnival.
You get no free shit except me.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like, he got really upset about
I'm going to hit the fucking nuclear button on my desk right here, and I'm going to blow up the whole carnival with you in it, you son of a bitch. I mean, he did. He had, like, this nuclear, like, button thing on his, like, desk for some reason.
Yeah, it's because in case if talking gators want to have free stuff at the carnival, he can just sabotage the carnival.
The kill button. I'll do it, you fucking son of a bitch. But you didn't do it.
Fucking deserve.
You get what you fucking deserve. But no, that doesn't happen. They just like run away, and he's like, "Ah, fuck! I should have done that."
Yeah, and then they just kind of go back to PJ's place, and then he's like, "Where's all your furniture?" And she's like, "Oh, I just moved in before my parents did, so I'm living with my aunt right now."
Why does your aunt not have any furniture?
Yeah. I guess they didn't want to explain that either.
Maybe it's supposed to be she's
was with them too?
No, I think what it is, thinking it over, like actually logically, it's probably she lives at her aunt's house, but they're currently hiding at the house they're moving to. That's probably what it is. They just didn't explain it properly.
Yeah, there's nothing that well communicated overall, which again, of course, because movie. Yeah, let's...
I guess, well, we get introduced to Slingshot later, because the ninja shows up again.
Yes.
And they have to skate away from it again.
Again. Because it's so intense, and I am shivering in fear every time that ninja shows up.
You're pissing your pants every time it shows up.
I was more like shitting my pants.
And you're like, damn, I gotta stop drinking so much water in between these scenes.
Oh, I was drinking beer while watching this.
I wasn't drinking anything because I had work in like 2 hours after the movie.
Oh. Yeah, well, you could have at least drink water.
But then I'd be peeing my pants in fear every time the ninja shows up.
Oh, true, true,
Think,
true.
Cole.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
God.
Ah.
Ugh.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
Never.
Yeah,
But
but then we get the ninja chase, then
and
the
Slingshot's just
Taekwondo lady
there,
comes in, and then yeah, Slingshot just shows up.
and then just fucking shoots the ninja with a slingshot. And she's like, "Hey, I'm Slingshot."
Like, wow, I couldn't have figured that out from you shooting something out of a slingshot.
And then they become
Wow.
friends. Oh,
Yeah, and
you
she
must have got shot by Slingshot because you're making fun of her.
no. I honestly I wish I was when watching this at points. Yeah, but then there's I mean, I don't know where else we can go, but literally then after like the Taekwondo lady shows up and then there's like another chase with the ninja. The ninja thinks she steals the
Yeah,
gator, but
the
it's just
best
like
part of the
a
movie.
backpack full of vegetables
No,
with
what
like
happened?
broccoli, lettuce.
No, what happened is I think that scene's with Slingshot. Like Slingshot and a woman comes out and is like, "Hey, PJ called me about like some help about like a purple gator thing," and Slingshot's, "Oh, then I can trust you. I have this backpack," and then all of a sudden, boom, the girl turns into the ninja like instantly. She's in the ninja outfit and
Ooh.
escapes with like the backpack that we are supposed to assume the baby gator's in. But then it's just vegetables, and she's like, "God damn it, I fucking
Fuck,
hate vegetables."
I got bamboozled again.
Oh no, the gator turned into vegetables. I was too late.
Fuck. Now Joe Esteves isn't gonna pay me with the little money he has. And he's gotta borrow because of more famous relatives.
I mean, he did find that hot dog in the likeness of Elvis, though.
Yeah, and then there's I guess a fight between the ninja and the karate taekwondo lady
And she
near
throws
the
away her
end.
sword,
Yep.
which was really
And they
dumb.
just hand combat like it's Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or something.
Now, what happens first, because the Taekwondo later has nunchucks, and she uses one, and she throws one at the ninja, who, like, deflects it because she has the fucking sword. So she just
Yep.
drops her nunchucks, and the ninja's like, "Oh, well, by the rules of the ninja, I have to drop my sword and fight hand-to-hand combat."
Yep. Like ninjas always do.
Yep. And,
Because we can't make it unfair somehow. And what kind of genius also is gonna go, oh yeah, let me just throw my nunchucks at somebody.
well, it's a secret technique. You would understand it, Cole.
Oh, I guess I
It
haven't seen
works
too much
better. It works better
ninja
when
karate combat.
it works better when you don't have when your opponent doesn't have a samurai sword.
Ah, got it. Yeah, I guess they need to be more educated in ninja combat.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I know, a little disappointing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll recommend a ninja movie next, and then you can get educated. You can get real.
Yeah, really get real.
But yeah, Rollergator gets returned to the swamp farmer, Conrad Brooks of Plan 9 fame, and then Phil End. Except if you wait a bit, because a little further in the credits, we get a scene where with Baby Gator and the farmer, and they're talking, and they're just like, Joe Esteves is gonna get the alligator curse, not the alligator curse. And then now Joe Esteves has an alligator head.
Yeah.
And I guess that means he gets to save the carnival by himself. So good for him. And then that's the end of the movie.
It's Rollergator.
It's Rollergator, baby.
It's a movie that came out.
Things happened in it.
Yeah, the only way I'd probably watch this again is either drunk or watching it with Riff Tracks commentary.
Did you watch it with Riff Tracks commentary?
Not the first time, but then when I was before we were recording, I was deciding to just like
to listen in on it.
Listen to some of it. There was like a best of because I did this about an hour ago, and it was like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna get through an hour 23 and then have to record this. So I watched this like 12-minute best of and see what they were saying for some of it. There's some good jokes they got.
To give Rollergator a bit of credit, I'd probably watch this over like Mars Needs Moms again.
Oh yeah. I feel like even with how like incompetent it is, it's still kind of funny that this got made and there was people that were just like, let's just do this. Fuck it. We don't care if it's like god awful.
Like Mars Needs Moms is the better made movie, but Rollergator is like the more interesting movie.
Definitely more interesting. I would even say I don't know why we keep shitting on this one, but more interesting than I'll Be Home for Christmas also.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm a little almost sick.
A little almost.
Yeah, when you have like the cough or the runny nose, but you don't have like the fever and like the delirium and the
Oh yeah.
fatigue.
No, yeah,
I
I
call it
definitely.
almost sick because, you're sick enough to feel like crap, but not enough to get out of work.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely get that a lot, especially with like runny noses. Specifically like this time of the year when you get that like transition from winter to spring, especially in Wisconsin when the temperatures keep changing back and forth, and then you're just kind of like, oh, seasonal allergies, here we go.
Yeah, yeah, where I'm at, we're gonna have like a mega bloom because of like all the rain we're having, so that's gonna probably kick off for me like a lot more often.
Nice.
But yeah, Rollergator, I agree with you. Rollergator is definitely one of the better things happen movies we've watched,
Mm-hmm.
comparatively to like I'll Be Home for Christmas and like Tiptoes and all that fun stuff. Fun stuff. I'm gonna use in quotes here, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anything else you got left to add for Rollergator?
Um, not really.
Here, let's see. Has PJ Sandra Shuker starred in anything other than Rollergator? No.
No,
This
only
was her
Rollergator.
one role.
Well, she made it worth it.
The ninja must have killed her.
Maybe. Or she was just like, I'm not doing any movies ever again.
What if the ninja wasn't someone they pay, but like a legitimate person that was like hunting down the actress, and they're like, oh, we can incorporate this into the movie somehow?
Yep.
But yeah, that's all we got to say about the Rollergator. I guess that means it's time to talk about the movie I recommended.
Yay.
So, I had the modern pick, and because we talked about Suicide Squad last time, I thought it'd be really funny if we did the Asylum ripoff movie Sinister Squad, which is kind of a sequel slash spinoff to a different film series from Asylum, Avengers Grimm, which this is like the second film from the franchise. Like, if you want me to go
Okay.
off on a side tangent about Avengers Grimm, like I can, because that's like the first
Okay. I'll
movie.
wait. Quick question first. Was that supposed to be a sequel to Avengers Grimm? Or was it like its own thing?
It's feels mainly because it has Rumpelstiltskin, and Rumpelstiltskin is in the first Avengers Grimm. And I should note the director of Sinister Squad also is the director of Avengers Grimm, which is the first movie.
Okay.
But oddly enough, there is no returning characters from the first film, with maybe Rumpelstiltskin. Like, I'd have to explain Avengers Grimm. But apparently, Alice from this film shows up in the third film of Avengers Grimm, like Time War, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, Avengers Grimm Time Wars. Alice from this film shows up in the next film. Though I haven't watched the third one, so I can't tell you the quality. But it's directed not by Jeremy M. Inman, who is director of Sinister Squad and Avengers Grimm. Here,
Interesting. They went different for the third.
yeah, well, here, I'll give you a quick rundown of Avengers
Yeah, yeah.
Grimm. So, yeah, there's a fairy tale universe that is at war because of Rumpelstiltskin started a big war, and she goes to Snow White, who is like the big queen of the land, to try and make a deal with her to allow him to go into through the magic mirror to go into a different world that he can take over, and he'll leave their world alone. But that doesn't happen. Instead, Snow White takes Rumpelstiltskin into the world with her, and a handful of other princesses show up to try to save her. Rapunzel, Sleeping Beauty, uh, there's like three other princesses. It's like Rapunzel because she has the braid. There's Sleeping Beauty. There's like a third princess I can't think of. I think Cinderella, I think. And they also get help from Red Riding Hood, who's only there to find the wolf. Who, not the wolf from Sinister Squad, that's a different one. This is like the wolf from the Red Riding Hood thing. And they all get pulled into the mirror, which gets destroyed because the wolf attacks Red Riding Hood while they're in the room with the magic mirror. And that's where they meet with Snow White. And Rumpelstiltskin becomes the mayor of the town, is corrupted pretty much everything.
Oh no.
And of course, they have to find Red Riding Hood because she has a piece of the mirror, because that's what Rumpelstiltskin wants. So that way he can bring his army into the world. But a bunch of things happen. Red Riding Hood says that they say, basically at the end of the movie, where everyone confronts Rumpelstiltskin. Rumpelstiltskin has Snow White as a hostage, but she pretty much stabs herself in an attempt to injure Rumpelstiltskin, so that way the princess can attack. So Snow White, well, she doesn't die. She goes into like a comatose state, like in the story. But Rumpelstiltskin uses a shard of magic mirror that he has to try to escape back into the fairy tale world. But Rapunzel manages to snatch him with her hair, and they hold her back, and then they destroy the meal shard, which then kills Rumpelstiltskin until Sinister Squad, and that's basically it. None of the characters from Avengers Grimm show up in Sinister Squad, except Rumpelstiltskin, but technically not, I guess, because it's a completely different actor. I'm guessing that if this is part of the lore of Avengers Grimm, which Letterboxd says it is, I'm guessing that Rumpelstiltskin was not killed when the mirror was destroyed. It was in between worlds, but rather he gets like rejected somewhere else and gets like this like new like disheveled form because his magic's missing and stuff. And let me explain the plot of Sinister Squad. Basically, Alice from Alice in Wonderland is capturing story villains. First Rumpelstiltskin, because he's like a druggy conman kind of guy. And she also captures Bluebeard, which, who remembers Bluebeard? Catches Bluebeard, gets the big bad wolf, specifically from the Three Little Pigs story, because there's a line where he's like, we found him in the zoo. You should have seen what he did to the pigs. And also a random witch, who, I don't know what she's part of. She's the rip-off villain from Suicide Squad. And they also get the Queen of Hearts, too. And basically, they're going after Death, because Death wants Rumpelstiltskin for something, and so they also need the sight that Alice has. So that's like and they're attacking the warehouse that they're shooting, because they don't want to shoot anywhere else. And then things happen. Cole, what did you think of Sinister Squad?
Really, really fucking bad.
I mean, no doubt.
I was I knew I was going into it being bad, obviously, but even then I thought, honestly, this is like the only thing I'm gonna give positive really about Suicide Squad. I think Suicide Squad's more entertaining and more like, it had a better structure with what it was trying to do, even with how bad that one was.
So you're saying it's better than Suicide Squad?
No, the other way around.
You think Suicide Squad is better than Sinister Squad?
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. I think this is better than Suicide Squad. For starters, it's shorter. It's 30 minutes shorter, so it already kind of makes it a little better. And I think it's it's goofier. And one thing it legitimately does have over Suicide Squad is that the Sinister Squad are way more villainous in the movie than fucking Suicide Squad, really. I mean, think about it. The Suicide Squad have this one mission they have to do, and while they are under the threat of death, so is the Sinister Squad. But Sinister Squad still fucking, like, betray each other. They still do villains like Bluebeard. Like, they have to, like, seduce Bluebeard with the Queen of Hearts. But the Bluebeard doesn't give a fuck. He just wants to kill everyone. And then, basically, once he's not under the spell of the Queen of Hearts, he tries to fucking kill Goldilocks.
Yeah,
He works for Alice.
Bluebeard. The guy who I didn't notice had a Bluebeard because he had, like, the just...
They had a blue backlight on him all the time.
Hair dye, so... Like, you couldn't figure out sometimes with that blue light if he had, a blue beard or was just Blackbeard. His black beard with just blue spray on it.
Is that, and then Rumpelstiltskin and the Queen of Hearts are planning their own thing while the Alice is struggling to figure out what's going on. Like, all the villainous characters have, like, their own thing going. It isn't just, we're gonna do this mission, or we're gonna do something. Like, Suicide Squad was, like, all talk and no real action. But Sinister Squad, they were actually, like, doing shit because they were villains, and they didn't really give a fuck about what Alice wanted.
Well, even in Suicide Squad, you could say there was action, even if it wasn't good.
Yeah,
there was stuff happening. I would say, there's stuff happening in both, but it was both just so unamusing to me. Like, I didn't care about any characters in either one. And what made me even more confused was, like, there wasn't too much of... Maybe because I was trying to compare it to Suicide Squad, they didn't... I will say, thankfully, they didn't do, like, those really horrendous edited intros for each member, you could say. Like, they weren't just going, like, 5-minute intros of, like, Bluebeard, the Wolf, Rumpelstiltskin, the Queen of Hearts, and all that.
Like...
That was grateful.
Like, the most intros get is basically showing them going in to capture the person. Like, at the beginning, oh, we capture Rumpelstiltskin. And then we get the scene where Goldilocks goes to capture Bluebeard. And then there's a scene where they capture the witch, which is, I think she wants to be captured, so that way she can be closer to the scythe, because she's got a love boner for Death.
Yeah, she's got like a very weird love boner for Death.
We get introduced to the big bad wolf. Glinda shows up partway through, because the Rumpelstiltskin... Everyone's the Joker in this movie, or almost everyone's like the Joker of the movie, pretty much. With the exception of like all the villains, with the exception of the big bad wolf, because he's part of like the love thing with Goldilocks.
The wolf is almost, if you could compare them, probably more like the Killer Croc more of.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Or like kind of a bit like Diablo in a sense, because he's got that side of him that he doesn't want to like reveal, the angry wolf side.
Yes. Like where he kind of stays a little on the sidelines, but not really.
You know, the big bad wolf, for some reason, when I look, he kept reminding me of like the guy from like Bridge to Terabithia.
I have actually not seen that one.
Yeah, well, he doesn't look like him from the movie specifically, but like I know one of the roles he had like messy blonde hair. Like I have to I have to figure this out, because and it's gonna bother me. But I have to figure out what movie character he reminds me of. Hold on, give me like a minute here. I hope I spelled Terabithia right. I did. Okay, so the actor's name is Josh Hutcherson. I know, it's when he was fucking
Gale from Hunger Games.
No, not Gale from the Hunger Games. He's Peeta from the Hunger Games. Damn it. Yeah, I think that's who it is.
Gale is the Hemsworth, right? It's been a while since I've seen those.
Yeah, Gale is Liam Hemsworth.
Okay, it is, Liam Hemsworth. I mean, and they're not even the best character, because obviously it's District 8 helper from Mockingjay Part 1.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he reminds me kind of of Peeta from the Hunger Games, because Peeta has like the blonde hair, so that's kind of what I was thinking of.
Just the blonde hair.
Well, he kind of does look a bit like... Oh my god, what? Okay, so apparently Josh Hutcherson's going to be in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Oh, why do I keep forgetting there's a Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
It's coming. Oh boy, it's coming. I'm excited for it. It's going to be the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane, fuck that. I'm here for fucking Five Nights at Freddy's, baby.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Sweep, baby.
Yep, it's gonna win every Oscar at the Oscars. Just like Morbius. But yeah, Sinister Squad. It's all shot in a warehouse, and then occasionally in the alleyway next to the warehouse.
And maybe this is just me thinking of it, but it seemed also like a porn parody at times.
It could have been, you know.
Maybe because of that, like it was shot in a warehouse and the really shitty acting and costumes, that it just made me go, am I just like watching something on Pornhub right now?
I mean, it could be one of those like what was it? Smut Without Smut movies that from like AGFA made.
Or like those memes where it's like I watched the porn for the plot and just the plot.
Our lemon tree is so great, we should pull out lemon tree insurance on it so that way no one tries to steal from our lemons.
Yep. Okay, I'm also gonna just get this off my chest also right away, but anytime they use like those fucking stock sound effects for doing? Specifically Rumpelstiltskin, I literally was about to scream most of the time.
But you're annoyed by them?
Yes, it was so distracting and annoying. And it was just like, what is this? Like a fucking Troom Troom video?
I just assumed it was going to be your favorite part of the whole movie, where those sound effects.
No, it was annoying.
Wasn't there like another movie that we've discussed that did that you enjoyed it?
Maybe. Let's see.
It was probably Southland Tales.
Yeah, it was definitely Southland Tales. Richard.
Release the fart cut, Richard.
Yeah, Richard, release that fart cut.
Release the porn cut of Suicide Squad, Richard. Yeah, we have all our titular characters. You have good guy, big bad wolf. You got Bluebeard, who has to be seduced by Glinda. Yeah, you got Glinda, who's the Queen of Hearts, who can seduce any man, except for Rumpelstiltskin, apparently, because he's too busy being high on, like, magic mirror dust. You got the witch, and as we discussed, she's horny for death, and she wants to...
And a cannibal.
and a cannibal. She eats them to bring Death up, who looks like Mike Staclaza if he shaved his head. Let's see. Well, we're talking about our villain characters. We should mention we also have our not hero or anti-villain characters. And we got Alice. He's probably the kind of the goofiest goober.
The goofiest of goofy goobers.
Yep. I don't know. I found her better than Waller, or at least she was more entertaining than Waller.
Well, Waller was just trying to be good, but she's just secretly more evil than that Suicide Squad, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give a 1-up on that. I literally, even with as good as an actress Viola Davis can be, that character is just so fucking bad. I don't care. She's bad in Suicide Squad. She's bad in The Suicide Squad. Just such a
She's bad in
The
Suicide Squad.
Yep.
She's bad in A Suicide Squad.
She's bad in Ace. Oh, you said She's bad in this Suicide Squad.
She's bad in An Suicide Squad.
She's bad in what Suicide Squad?
She's bad in... I couldn't think of a joke. I'm done. We're doing what we did at Rollergator, and we're just getting sidetracked by literally every little thing.
Because again, what plot is there in this?
There is a plot. The plot is Death is trying to get Rumpelstiltskin and also get back his scythe because they need it for the ritual, so he so he can spoiler take over Rumpelstiltskin's body and then just take over the world above ground and stuff or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And Alice needs to stop that because this is her warehouse and she gets to do whatever the fuck she wants in it. So fuck you, Death. We're just gonna kill you or something.
Yeah.
And then we got all these villains here.
Then you got Tweedledee, Tweedledum,
who die in the movie.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Which is very funny. And
then Goldilocks and Piper, and I'm assuming that's Peter Piper, right?
Yeah, I thought it was the Pied Piper.
Oh, Pod Piper. Okay. That make a little more sense because it's like based off like fairy tale characters. It's
Yep.
I couldn't think of that. I was only thinking of Peter Piper, but then I was like, he's not picking a peck of pickled peppers.
Yeah, I think it was the Pied Piper because he's got like
Pied Piper. Okay.
Yeah, his like weapon of choice is like the dart shooter thing, which is kind of like a flute in a sense.
Yeah.
So that's what I was. Okay, that's what I was
thinking. Makes a little more sense then.
You also have the Mad Hatter, who just gets introduced like
druggy almost
2/3 in the movie.
Yeah, you don't meet him till about, I don't know, like 40 minutes left in the movie.
To be fair, I think it's supposed to imply that it's him at the beginning, like when Rumpelstiltskin gets delivered in and Alice is talking and then someone's talking over the intercom. I'm pretty sure that's probably supposed to be the Mad Hatter.
Oh,
that's my prevailing theory anyway.
But it's just a theory.
A game theory.
A game theory.
Thanks for watching. But keep going. We're still complaining about Sinister Squad.
Yeah.
I thought Bluebeard was cool.
I thought he was just creepy.
I don't know. I had fun with Bluebeard. Well, Bluebeard's just kind of this. Yeah, exactly. He's just a creepy asshole. He's like he's like a full villain.
Okay, then again, to be honest, I didn't really like anyone in this, so.
I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I enjoyed it more.
Skin with his like disgusting ass teeth.
Yeah, it's pretty gross teeth.
Yeah, it was gross. I was like, go to a dentist, dude. You're in America. You're not in the UK where English people just have gross teeth.
Are we sure though? Are we sure this wasn't shot in the UK? Alice does have a British accent. It's possible.
Let's see, actually. I'm saying America, you're saying like Britain, the UK. Let's see.
Well, it is probably LA. That's probably where their like thing is located.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a fun little fact for you. The guy who plays Rumpelstiltskin in this movie, he also is in the movie Assassin 33 AD.
Yep, it was shot in LA. Assassin 33 AD?
Yeah, Assassin 33 AD. It's I'm pretty sure this is the it's the one where let's see. It's the movie where like someone goes back in time to stop like Jesus being killed or something because people want to like stop Jesus from coming back.
What?
It's like one of those really weird Christian movies, I believe.
Oh, good. Oh, no.
Hey, let's see what Bluebeard's been in.
I'm just looking up what else he's been in.
Oh, dude, Bluebeard was in Veronica.
Holy shit!
Was that the reaction to learning Bluebeard was in Veronica, or did you see something else?
Yeah, the Veronica thing. Wait, I gotta see who he was now.
I'm putting my money he was probably like the. I think in like back of my mind, I'm thinking he was probably like the officer in like the second story. His name was Trey Ireland.
It says photographer segment the albino spider of Dajet.
Oh, well, that was my favorite segment. So good for him.
And wait, when you met that cop before, were you talking about the one who's like pretty grisly, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Nice. Where's her face? That's the thing, sir. Her face got skinned off.
Very cringe.
Yeah, pretty grisly, Sergeant. Pretty grisly. Maybe a future recommendation? We don't know yet.
Possibly. I would be up for it. I wouldn't mind rewatching Veronica.
I would definitely. Because the time I picked it, it coincidentally, I had to go into work like at the same time it started. So I was like, oh, shit.
You get like a second chance at the Veronica discussion.
Yes. Back to the movie?
Yeah, back to the movie. This film is kind of the opposite of Rollergator, where things happen. Well, things happen in this movie too, but I feel like this one's way more complicated. Because everyone has like something they're doing. Like Death is trying to get the scythe, and Rumpelstiltskin's trying to get like the magic mirror shards, and he's also trying to get the Glenda to work with him for something.
Yeah, and he's also trying to like get back with the Queen of Hearts.
Who is Glenda?
Because they were like an item.
They were a thing,
I guess.
And then Alice is doing the whole Amanda Waller stuff about talking about things going down. And then the Big Bad Wolf and Goldilocks are like an item that's kind of developing. And then Bluebeard's just doing his own fucking thing. But then at one point, Glenda fucking dies. So Bluebeard is no longer under the influence of Glenda. And then the Piper... Then the Piper just gets fucking captured by the witch at one point for, like, the ritual. And then Tweedledee gets killed at the beginning of the movie. And then Tweedledum gets fucking blasted, which is funny.
Yeah. Gets blasted by one of the Death Messenger's pieces.
Yeah, all the Death Messengers. And it's really funny because he hugs Piper for, like, 10 minutes. And then the guy shows up. And then he just turns around and he just gets shot a lot. And I laughed.
I know. I was also thinking, like, wait, couldn't the bullets go through Tweedledum and into Piper's body also?
Look, the mask...
Maybe those bullets weren't the best.
Tweedledum's mask was able to stop the bullets from going into Piper.
Because of how
That's
much
why
fat
Tweedledum
he was
turned
able
to block the bullets, because he knew it would stop them.
What a smart move.
Showing us that Tweedledum was really the true hero of this story.
He was the true Tweedledee.
Well, no, he was Tweedledum. Tweedledee was his twin brother.
I was trying to make a joke.
I know.
That he wasn't really dumb.
I get it.
Per se.
I understand. I appreciate the attempt.
I tried. I try.
That's all I can ask, Cole. All I can ask for you to try. But it's revealed that Death and Rumpelstiltskin, not Rasputin, which I keep wanting to say.
Rasputin?
That's what it's Sinister Squad and Rasputin's in the movie. But basically, Death reveals that he wants Rasputin's...
Rumpelstiltskin?
He wants Rumpelstiltskin's body so he can have the magic take over the above world, and he'll let Rumpelstiltskin have the underworld, which he's in charge of. Rumpelstiltskin agrees. They do the ceremony, and he's like, yo, Alice, if you trust me, here's my plan. And it looks like Rumpelstiltskin is going to betray Alice for his own deeds. But
and then he's like, blink twice if you agree, because it's a callback to earlier in the movie.
Where basically Alice goes, yo, blink twice if you agree to my cool plan of working for me forever, you little bitch. You dumb, stupid fuck.
I'm your dominatrix now.
I'm your mommy now, Rumpelstiltskin. And you will address me as such.
Blink twice if you want me to be your mommy.
Blink twice if you want me to bust your balls.
Blink twice if you want me to strap you in leather and spank you. I think we're getting now really more sidetracked.
We're discussing what happens in the porn cut of Sinister Squad.
Oh, okay,
clearly.
This
isn't getting cut. Weird. This is just explaining what's happening in the porn cut of Sinister Squad.
Or it could just be the porn cut of Suicide Squad.
It could be. This is the David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad we're talking about now.
Oh, this is the David Ayer cut. Okay. So he just wanted to make a porn movie all along.
Yep.
Got it.
But it looks like that Rumpelstiltskin's going to betray Alice, But when he shakes Death's hand to complete the ritual, Alice blows him up, which was Rumpelstiltskin's plan all along. And then Rumpelstiltskin becomes the ruler of the underworld anyway, and he brings back everyone to life, except for Bluebeard, because he died earlier in the movie. So I guess he just stays dead, I guess.
Yeah, he was like, fuck those rules.
But he brings back everyone else. He brings back Tweedledee, Tweedledum, the Big Bad Wolf, because he also dies, Piper, who got killed in the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
All the villains die. And Rumpelstiltskin's like, yo, let's make a deal, and I'll be the devil so we can just, like, have, like, a temporary truce or something. At least until the third film.
Is that the Avengers Grimm Time Wars?
Yeah, that's the third one. There's only 3 of them.
Okay.
This could have been a trilogy pick, but luckily I didn't realize Sinister Squad was part of a trilogy,
Good.
So you got spared, because Avengers Grimm is, like, really fucking boring. And
Good.
Time Wars is probably also going to be really boring, too. Oh, you didn't want to watch it?
I probably would have just done Spark. I would have just seen and explained, read the Wikipedia plot, and just be like, yep, there. Okay, I watched it.
Oh, you don't want to watch Avengers Grimm now? Interesting. Okay.
No. Oh, fuck.
See, you should have been careful. You shouldn't have said that. Now it's like in my list. Now you're going to have to recommend it before I recommend it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Sinister Squad.
Sinister Squad. We didn't really explain the plot because basically just a lot of where Rollergator, not a lot of stuff happens and things happen. A lot of things happen in Sinister Squad, and it's just basically just Death wants to get the thing. Rumpelstiltskin has a separate plan. Bluebeard's doing his own thing. There's a bunch of different plots, and it's all just basically just so a bunch of people can get killed, and then Death shows up, and then he dies.
Yep.
But I thought it was funnier. It was a pretty funny, kind of a bit funnier movie than the Suicide Squad.
Okay.
I would watch Sinister Squad again over Suicide Squad.
Okay. Hey, so now we've finished the discussion. So which one was the better movie?
Well, for my pick, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Sinister Squad. I think I had more fun watching that than Rollergator. Though my sister probably would have more fun watching Rollergator than Sinister Squad, but she's not here, so she doesn't get a say in this. My pick is going to Sinister Squad.
I'm going Rollergator because I thought that one was more goofy.
Dang, another tie.
A tie.
Our third tie. And it wasn't even that long ago since from our last one either. It was, like 2 episodes ago?
I was about to say, I think it was 2 episodes ago. Because Bolero won last time.
Yeah, Bolero won last time. And then before that was Soul Man and Megan is Missing. And we were split on that one.
I think it was, Mithrigan is 155-1-ing.
And Soul Man. And that one was a tie. So we got another one. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Terrifying. But once again, another tie. And there we go. But with that, it's time to move on for questions.
Yeah.
Remember to ask them, or else we can't answer them.
Or we'll just make up our own, and that won't be as fun.
We'll make it up, and then we'll just pretend that someone else asked them, and you won't be the wiser.
Yeah.
So we have 2 questions for Mattias. And I want to do those ones first because our third question, it has a more of a deeper, well, I guess not deeper, but a more of a film-related question. So first we got Mattias' question, thoughts on AI? I'm going to be focusing my discussion on the entertainment side of it because I know the real-world implication...
Are we talking about the, I would say too, let's go the entertainment side because I don't want to really get into it, and... Are we talking about the AI stuff that you see on Twitter where it's Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro talking about Bionicle and some shit?
We can talk about stuff. I don't want to talk about real world implications of AI because that's a whole can of worms. And the real world is already a big stress ball on my shoulders anyway. I don't need the thought of AI and how that mucks things up to break the fucking my back on this. I'll be hyper focused and it'll ruin me for a month, and I don't need that because I gotta watch shitty movies for this podcast.
Yeah. That's a little too deep for us, so.
My thoughts on AI, just because we're so much thinking if we could, we should be wondering if we really should. At the moment, it's for more funny stuff, but I know at some point someone's gonna come and fucking ruin it for everyone, as any cool new thing that happens.
Yeah.
Like, the memes for it are pretty fun, and I think as long as you can make the AI stuff kind of like goofy or very obviously fake, you can have your fun with it. AI art fucking sucks dick.
AI art.
The only go like, or at least how it is now, where it actually looks like art, sucks. I enjoy the AI art that looks like weird and like off-putting and not real and fake.
Okay.
Like the AI generated images from like the like I don't remember the one, but the one where it generates it, but it doesn't look very good.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
kind of cool and fun to look at. I don't think necessarily. I can't say like. I think the issue with AI art is like a lot of people would be like a lot of artists is like, well, how am I gonna get commissions if people are just gonna make AI art? And some people are being really dickish about it. Like, have you heard the story about like someone who tried to commission someone's artist, but the rate they gave was like not good, so they said, "Oh, we're not gonna accept it because the rate isn't good enough, so you should try somewhere else." And the guy who just basically did like, "I'm gonna do AI art," and then he made like a huge like stint about how it's like this artist's fault for not accepting his pay, and that's why he's using AI art. But like really
Mm.
good AI art sucks because you should pay artists for things. I don't think it's necessarily an end all to art because there's only so many styles I think AI art can really do. And if you have your own unique style, that can like probably bring in interest. But yeah, I remember reading an article about how like studios can bring back like dead actors. It's like don't do that. Just let them die. Just let them. Don't bring them back to for your own fucking movie, you scumbag. Like I think it was like an article about like, oh, we can have like Johnny Cash in movies, and it's like no, no, you don't need to
Oh
do
yeah, that
that.
stuff. Because I know there was like something with like James Dean in there too, and
It's like
it's like
no,
why
no,
try to ruin their
just let them
legacies?
die. Just let them be dead. Let them have their thing. They had their part in history. It's over. Like they're gonna like I know for a fact the first person they're gonna start doing that with is gonna be Stan Lee for all the Marvel shit. If they're not
Oh
already
yeah,
doing that.
because Marvel man babies are like getting cranky about people saying that their movies are bad now, and
Well, that's because Stan Lee's not in it. If Stan Lee was in the movie, it would be good because Stan Lee's good in everything.
yeah, now this is like bringing me into another tangent because I have to keep seeing shit about Marvel fans getting upset about people not liking Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, or they're not like liking the Far From Home Spider-Man movie. And it's like, God forbid people can have opinions, and I'm just so tired of all the shit from Marvel now.
See,
And
this is why I'm glad I never got into like the Marvel Cinematic Universe thing when it was like kicking off because I was never into
I
superheroes. So it seems I dodged a fucking bullet,
I will say I liked it at first, but then I kind of like checked out by Endgame really.
which is
And then
when it
since I'm
should
like, I
arguably
don't give
should
a
have
shit.
ended or at least gone on
Yes.
like a 10-year hiatus or like a 5-year hiatus or something.
Nope. And then you got the after morning pill of Spider-Man Far From Home,
More like
which
Spider-Man
was like
fart from
mid.
home.
Ayo.
Hey, got him.
Ayo. Ha, boom roasted. But yeah,
But yeah,
what's the next one?
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, AI. Fun. I enjoy the memes, but AI sucks for entertainment, and hopefully, that's not going to become the big norm. And we'll see what happens. Question 2. A much lighter topic. Favorite and least favorite fast food joints.
Well, favorite for mine, since it's kind of like a delicacy almost in Wisconsin, Culver's is one of the greatest places ever.
Never been to Culver's, mainly because I don't think we have a place of Culver's near me.
Mm.
When we
Yeah,
eventually do a Nefarious, when I visit
it's
you
kind
in
of more of a
Wisconsin,
Midwest thing.
whenever I
Yes,
go
I'm
to Wisconsin,
definitely
you're gonna make me eat Culver's every day.
not
I'll be
every
like, Cole,
day. I would
please.
say like
We've had Culver's for
once.
every meal. Please, I need a vegetable. You motherfucker, keep fucking shoveling Culver's in your fucking whore mouth.
I would say at least once, just so you can get the feeling for it,
Yeah.
because it's honestly like some of the best food and like service you'll probably get like fast food wise. That's both like at good. I'm not even like trying to shill and be like an ad for Culver's, but I'm just saying it's just super good food and just great all around. There's nothing I found wrong with it. And they got pretty good custard too.
That's good. Uh, I I enjoy Raising Cane's. Their fried chicken's like really good. They're basically their whole thing. They just sell chicken strips. They just sell
Oh,
chicken
okay.
fingers, but they're like really really good.
Yeah, I've never been there, but I've been meaning to check it out though.
Yeah, they're really good chicken fingers. You should definitely give it a try. It really is just they just sell chicken fingers. That like their chicken sandwich. It's just chicken fingers in between two slices of bread and a piece of lettuce.
So it's kind of like how In-N-Out's kind of just like burgers, fries, shakes. That's it.
Yeah.
Kind of like that almost.
I'm gonna be honest with you here. I think In-N-Out's like really mid, and I can't. I think the only people who like gush about In-N-Out, I feel like you only eat In-N-Out like once every like blue moon, because In-N-Out's not even like the best burger place like in my area.
Is it Whataburger?
I don't live near a Whataburger.
Oh, oh right. No, Whataburger is more like a Texas thing, right?
Yeah, I mean I've had Whataburger once. It was actually pretty good. But I
Yeah,
only ate
I
it once, so I
only
can't not definitively go. Like I've eaten In-N-Out burger enough time when I go, yeah, the burger's all right, but it's like nowhere near as good as like other burgers I've had.
yeah. The one time I was in Austin, Texas, we went to In-N-Out, and I enjoyed it. But then we kind of forgot about Whataburger, so we forgot to compare the two there.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like people go like In-N-Out is one of the best burgers ever. I'm like, really? No, it's not. It's fine. It's not bad. I'm not gonna go, oh, In-N-Out burger's terrible. Like they're good. I can eat one, but it's like it's definitely not gonna be my first choice if I went for a burger.
Hmm.
I guess fast food wise, it's like good enough, but I'd rather get like a Red Robin burger. And arguably, they're more of a
Yum.
more of a gourmet burger place.
Mm.
But like, they make pretty good burgers, and I really enjoy Firehouse Sub. That's probably the it's not really a fast food place,
Firehouse is pretty good.
but it's probably the one place that like serves food that I probably go to the most. Like
Mm-hmm.
out of like any kind of fast food esque place in my area. Man, it does help that it's like across the street from where I work, so it's like, oh, I
Oh, that's
go
yeah,
out there and
that would
eat.
help. Yep.
But their sandwiches are really good, so it's not like I'm eating there because it's nearby. Because there's like a ton of fast food places nearby where I work, but I usually go to Firehouse Subs because that's really good, and I enjoy trying out their like limited time sandwiches to see if they're any good. Like their spicy
And
Cuban coleslaw sandwich was like
ooh,
really really good.
ooh, I love Cuban sandwiches. I love Cuban sandwiches.
Yeah, that was really good. I wasn't a fan of their Angus steak sub because usually when I go there, I have them take off the lettuce and tomato because I'm not a fan of those. And then once that was removed off the Angus steak sandwich, all that was really left was onions, steak, and all the sauces pretty much, and the cheese.
Oh,
So there wasn't really much left to it. But yeah,
okay.
Firehouse Sub's definitely my favorite. Now let's like flip. Let's
Least favorite.
least favorite.
McDonald's and Burger King.
Really? McDonald's is good.
I've not eaten there in years, and I don't regret not eating at either of them for a while now. I
Yeah.
kind of like just stopped. I was like, this is not really. I get it, like it's cheap and all that, but it's just like I don't get why people again really fathom over it. And also, McDonald's basically ruined celebrity meal deals because it's like the same shit, but just plastered with a celebrity's name on it.
I guess I don't know. I usually only eat McDonald's if it's like I get off work after like 10 p.m. and then I'll be like, ugh, I'm gonna go swing by a McDonald's drive-thru and just get myself a 10-piece chicken nugget and some fries.
Yeah, that's where I differentiate because it's not necessarily fast food, but there's like a gas station quick trip that we have that you can get like hot food, and I'll get like these like 3-piece hot chicken tenders. Get that, get like some cheesy breadsticks there for like $6. Super good.
All right. I don't think I have a least favorite fast food place because I don't normally eat at a place enough where I go, yeah, this isn't good, and then leave. I don't know. I guess maybe like Arby's because I ate there once and I didn't like it. I didn't come back. Though I do want to try their like mountain meat sandwich just because how stupid of a premise it is. It's just a bunch of random meats on a sandwich. It sounds
Yep.
really dumb, and I want to try it at one point.
Okay.
I think that's like really it.
Yeah, I also don't like Burger King because of that fucking commercial also.
Which one?
You know, all of them, the Whopper at BK. Have it your way.
I
That
didn't.
annoying
The
shit.
only time I ever eaten at Burger King, no, there was two times. One time was their spicy nuggets, which weren't really that good, and the chicken fries, which was all
The
right.
chicken fries.
And the only other time we ever ate at Burger King was because my friend had like this like a whole packet of like 99-cent ice cream coupons. So we just get ice cream from there when we walked by.
Nice.
But then the coupons expired, so we never ate there again. Yeah, I think that's like really it restaurant wise. I don't think I ever really had like an experience where I went, yeah, this is terrible. I don't want to eat here again. Well, there was a
Okay.
time that I ate at Raising Cane's. I had really horrible diarrhea afterwards. And I think thinking back on it, it probably was because I didn't really eat anything that day. And then I just decided to I'm going to get some really greasy, salty chicken fingers from Raising Cane's. So that was probably why I was so miserable. And then I was like, I'm never eating there ever again. And then like months passed, and then I ate there and I didn't have diarrhea. So I was like, oh, okay, I can eat here again.
I can eat here again, yeah.
I mean, it is a bit of a deal breaker if you have really bad diarrhea from somewhere, no matter how much you like it. You do kind of go, I don't want to eat here again. And so time needs to pass, and the wound needs to heal before you can actually go back there and eat it again. All right, we're down to our last question. And this one is from our good pal Robert. What is your stance on the practice of ranking and comparing different movies? Do you think it's fair, considering all films are made under different circumstances? For example, a Hollywood production won't have to make as many budget-based compromises as an independent production and has access to a bigger talent pool. Personally, I enjoy ranking movies. It is kind of fun to kind of go, oh, this movie might be better than this one, or this movie is worse than that one.
Same.
It's like, I just think it's kind of fun. Like, there is a sense of like, yeah, Hollywood has like a bigger budget, it can do more things, but that kind of makes it where if they do it really badly, then I can bash it kind of harder or rank it kind of lower. Because by default, because there are great films that have a very, very small budget.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hell, that's Blumhouse whole thing. It's like, is just throwing like $1 million at a cheap movie and seeing if it like, and you can make something like really good with it. And think of Who Killed Captain Alex. That was made with like 200 USD, and that's like one of the greatest movies ever made.
Awesome. Yeah.
And they have something like Suicide Squad, which by default, like I know we already ripped on Suicide Squad, but like that film technically you can argue is supposed to be, oh, it's just villains getting together and like doing things, and that film sucked. And then then they made the Suicide Squad, and that was like really good. And here, the even bad movies still do have like their like place, because we're watching them and we can try to derive some pleasure out of it and fun. Like,
yeah, and even then too, I kind of rank movies again like based on how I
like how you enjoy
them as like, yeah, entertainment and all that.
Like in a sense, like a like bad cheap movie that I find fun will probably rank higher than more than like probably a well-made movie that I'll find boring.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it also like specifically when I'm going into like franchises and all that, stuff changes also where like sometimes like when I was rewatching like the Marvel movies this like past month and change, or when I did Halloween, like all the Saw movies, and seeing how they kind of hold up over time, kind of like that stuff, and then figuring out that Spiral is like one of the worst pieces of shit I've seen.
Spiral was really bad.
Yeah. Like the first time I saw it, I thought it was like, okay. But then that was kind of more of like, hey, this is like the first time I actually saw a movie in theaters, and it was kind of like rolling back into like theaters with all that, and then rewatching it again and again, and my God, it felt like a student film where they were trying to put in like hot button current topics, and they just did it in such a bad, shitty way. And that final shot is still like the funniest thing ever with Chris Rock screaming. Yes, just like that.
Well, yeah, ranking, comparing different movies. I mean, we have fun with it. I don't think we do it like lists aren't definitive, and that's probably another key part of ranking things, because it does kind of spur a like discussion. Like, parents to go, oh, you think this film's lower than that film? Here's how it is, and here's how you're wrong, and you're a dumb piece of shit. I mean, that's on every conversation. You can't have a civil one, but No,
you can never have a civil conversation about stuff like that.
Fuck you if you don't like movie more that I like.
Or how, specifically like in the Star Wars fan base, like if you say that the prequels aren't amazing, or that The Last Jedi is actually a good movie, then you're just automatically wrong. It's like, shut the fuck up. Just let me enjoy what I want to enjoy.
The
Or
Last Skywalker. No, The Last Jedi is like okay. It's like a 5 out of 10, really.
I'm not even saying like that it's like the best movie ever, but I'm just saying that like some people get a little upset with how people enjoy some movies compared to others, and
Like, unfortunately for them, they
it's
don't realize
irritating.
that they're up there are not right because it's their opinion, and that opinions are subjective, and you are not inherently right for saying that a movie is bad and is wrong. And you should hate it.
Yeah. It's just I'm yeah, I don't know whenever you're gonna get back to like civil conversations about movies and all that.
Hey, we're having one right now, kind of.
Well, I think it's because we know each other a little better, so
Yeah.
we're kind of a little more used
That's
to.
because I pay you under the table to agree with me on things, so like it all works
Yes.
out. Your check's in the mail right now, Cole.
Oh, sweet.
Yep.
Cool.
I don't know. Ranking movies or comparing them, it's fun, it's charming, it's somewhat necessary in a sense. Like if a film gets remade, you're naturally gonna have to compare it to the original because
Oh,
that's what it
yes.
leads to inspire to.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like comparing different movies is like an inevitability, and of course you're gonna compare films that are similar in style or in story to other films as well, to see what's better, of course. I mean, like this episode, we literally talked about Sinister Squad, which is just a ripoff of Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And we both have a differing opinion. I think Sinister Squad was better than Suicide Squad, and Cole is wrong.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Well, no, everyone has their own opinion. You got more out of Suicide Squad than me, or you got
Mm,
more out of Suicide Squad than Sinister Squad, I would say, because Suicide Squad sucks ass.
yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think the practice of ranking and comparing movies is good as long as you're not being a big, fat, dumb, stupid loser, which is pretty much everyone, so it's bad.
Yep.
Cole, you got anything else to add to that?
Uh, and even like, okay, one more thing I would definitely say too is like sometimes I do enjoy ranking movies specifically when it's like, especially now with like Oscar season and trying to get through all the movies that I'm watching to see who's like the best director, actor, all that like best picture nominees.
Yeah. And at that point, you have to compare movies and kind of rank them in your own like way. You gotta compare and see which one's the best, and then you gotta rank them. So if your
Yep.
best pick doesn't get, you can go, oh well, my second best one, so at least I can get it, or maybe third best. Or you go, what the fuck, fucking Green Book one? Are you fucking kidding me?
Brad's favorite movie, Green Book.
Yeah,
Green Book.
we recommend Green Book, and we'll have him on to defend it. But yeah, I think that answers that question, and that's all of them. We had some good questions there, pretty fun.
All right. So that's it for questions then?
Yeah.
All right. So now we go to our movie recommendations for the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
And since obviously I did the retro pick this time around, Ninja Jedi, what is your pick for the retro movie?
All right. Well, I've been thinking over, and and I realized, oh hey, there's like a certain movie that's coming out soon, and there's a movie similar to it that came out in the '90s that I think,
I think I know where this is going.
yeah, I think you do know. And I was like, yeah, I think that'd be interesting. It's a film I always kind of want to watch, and since I have a bad movie podcast, why not discuss it now? And we're gonna do 1993's Super Mario Bros. Baby.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was considering that too at some point, but then I was like, fuck. I got to do modern pick this time around.
Yeah, I think I think the new movie's coming out either in March or April. Like,
It's April.
yeah, it's April. Yeah, it's coming up. Why not do it now?
Oh, definitely. Why not? Get it done.
Yeah, I like an hour before we started this, I got the German Blu-ray of it got delivered
Oh
to
my
me,
God.
so I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm watching this in 1080p as it was meant to be.
Nice.
Very excited. That's my recommendation, Super Mario Bros.
Nice.
Nice. Your turn
Yep.
for the modern pick, baby.
All right. So, actually, kind of coincidental now that you picked the Mario Brothers movie. My recommendation is also kind of a video game adaptation, you could say.
Okay.
And this is under a director that I am actually shocked we haven't talked about yet on here because he's obviously infamous for being a bad
I
movie
don't
director.
know what video game you're gonna do, but I know what director you're talking about.
Yes, it is Uwe Boll,
Uwe Boll, baby.
our Lord and Savior of all other bad movies other than Neil Breen
And
for
Decado,
video games. Yes, and David Decado. They are the Holy Trinity.
the Holy Trilogy.
Yep. And just going through the filmography of him, I was trying to find one that both of us haven't seen, obviously, because
I don't
I would
think
have done House of the
I've
Dead,
never
but I've
seen.
seen that one already.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen an Uwe Boll film
Oh,
here yet.
really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I'd have to
Okay.
let me do a check because I think you're good on no matter what you recommend.
Yeah, but I checked on there, and you don't even have this one watch list that I got. So the movie we are doing is Far Cry from 2008.
All right, nice. Now I have to
Yeah.
play the Far Cry video game. Thanks, Cole. Extra homework.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you don't be spoiled for the Super Mario Brothers movie or Far Cry, watch them before the next episode.
And
And hey, also maybe leave us some questions on
yeah.
Discord, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
all that good shit, so we don't have awkward silence for a question bit.
Yeah, so I don't have to make up questions and then claim they're sent in by like the people I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, you all have a good day and happy Morbius, everybody.
Yep.
Happy
Bye
Morbius.
bye.
Hashtag release the fart cut. Hashtag relieve the
Happy
porn cut of Sinister Squad.
Richard.
Richard. Uh, Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye bye.